Hey YouTube, it's a Naked Alien here. I wanted to show you my canoe setup. This is what I'm using for hunting, fishing. As you can see, I got my decoys loaded up. There's my kayak paddle. The reason I chose that one is it's got those cutouts in the paddle blade to where I can hook my decoys or excuse me, hook fishing line if I need to. There's my spare paddle right there underneath it. Got my fishing net, tackle box, all that kind of good stuff. And that striped bag's got my lunch in it. It's just an insulated little cooler, a cheap one. I got water bottles in there. That pink thing back there is another water bottle. My kids picked out the pink one. I picked out the yellow and black. Anyways, if you notice that muddy thing down there, that is, I actually got that out of the fitness section at Academy Sports. Is a pack of 6. It's a gym mat, a puzzle mat. Got that for like, I want to say $20, $24, somewhere in there. And yeah, it insulates the floor of the boat. I mean, this is an aluminum canoe, so it gets hot, gets cold, and it changes with the weather. And if it's hot enough out here and beaten down with the sun, it kind of burns if you step on it barefoot. So anyways, that helps with that. It also quiets the canoe down when I'm out, doing some duck hunting. Tried to jump on some geese, but I got a late start out here, so there was no way possible for me to get up close enough to get them. There's my new shotgun that I got for Christmas, along with my new Minn Kota Endura C2 40-pound thrust trolling motor. Got both of those for Christmas, so very excited about that. This is actually my first day trying out both of them. Yeah, so anyways, I wanted to show you my setup. This PVC pipe deal that I've got strapped in back here, that's my duck blind frame. If you notice, there's a lot of camouflage netting down in there. So I didn't want to paint the boat because, well, I kind of like the traditional aluminum look. That's what I grew up with, so I didn't want to mess that up. I didn't want to drill anything into the boat. So everything on here you see, I can clamp on my accessories. So there's another net up there that you see tucked in. That just clamps on to that little loop at the bow. And there's also a little loop at the stern. I've got carabiners hooked into the netting. So all I got to do is clip it, drape it over, and then clip it, drape it over, and it goes all the way up to there, to where I'm sitting. And now you notice the seat, I've got 2 flotation pads with, this is the GCI outdoor folding canoe seat. That's got a pad on there too. One, it lowers my center of gravity just a little bit, but 2, moves me closer to the balance point of the canoe. And that, for me, that's quite important because, well, I am about 5'10", but I'm also 275 pounds. So I blew out my knee a while back. Won't go into details on that, but I can't really run anymore, so I've gained a ton of weight. And, it is what it is. So, and no, don't put any comments on how I can lose weight, blah, blah, blah. Let's not get into that. Really, all this is about is the canoe, the setup, and the hunting gear. So anyways, yeah, like I said, I can clip the camo nets over the PVC pipe, cover the entire back end of the canoe. I've got, you see these little, I got an extra little cut of PVC back here, and that's just laying loose. And it's got, I've got about a dozen spring clamps on here. Oh, the shotgun's holding that down. I'll pull that out one-handed. Got about a dozen spring clamps back here. I just take those and clamp it all around the side so the wind can't kick up and blow it around. Got my decoys there. Got those decoys on sale at Gander Mountain when they were going out of business. So the store clearance sale, man, I got those things for a killer deal. I got a pack of avian redheads and also a pack of the actual Gander Mountain brand mallards, which came with some feeder decoys, active drakes, also some active hens. So, and real nice setup. I've also got my fishing rod down in there. I'm going to do some fishing because I got out here so late, there's no way I'm going to get the drop on any ducks or geese. And there is nothing flying right now. But that's what happens when you have kids and you got to take priorities, get them to school on time, all that kind of thing, instead of, you know, coming out here before the break of daylight. So, but that's okay. I've also got a couple other videos that I'll try and attach to this one so you can see how fast this little motor is moving. That mount, what I like about it, it's an aluminum bar that's got 3 bolts and wing nuts. It's about, I guess it's about 4 or 5 pieces total, but those 3 wing nuts are able to adjust it for putting it back there behind. That's the actual bow of the canoe. But obviously I've turned it around backwards so I can sit closer to the middle. But I can adjust it so that I can do that, or it'll fit in the stern if I have more than one person in the boat and I'm actually sitting in the back of the boat. It'll fit right back there and collapse perfectly for it. But that mount, the whole point getting to it, is rated for a 5 horsepower outboard motor. Normally the max that you see the ratings for are 4 horsepower max, and a lot of times it's only 2.5 to 3 horsepower. Now another reason I got this boat is because the weight capacity. The weight capacity, if you can see here, 5 people or 715 pounds, or excuse me, 770 pounds. Persons, motor, gear, 5 horsepower motor. And this is the Michi-Craft, or Michi-Craft, however you want to say it. That's the branded mount that goes with this. Now, I got this canoe, this thing was made, I think, in 84, or 83 or 84. So it's pretty much as old as I am. But this thing is a tank. You're not going to damage this thing. You know, I wanted a boat to get on the water. Didn't have a lot of money to spend. I found this on Craigslist for, I think I got this for $400 even. If you were to go buy the same canoe brand new, you'd easily be spending about $1,300. Easy. You know, carries a lot of stuff, a lot of weight, and it moves through the water quite nicely. It's aluminum, so it's automatically, you know, real rigid through the water. Yeah, it's not the quietest thing in the world, but, you know, whatever. I'm not worried about that. I wanted capacity. I wanted something that's stable, that I could take my kids out on, my wife out on. You know, I've had all 4 of us in here. I've got a stabilizer that I built because my wife couldn't stand, you know, the tippiness of a canoe, so it actually bolts onto that middle beam right there. And it's got the floats out to either side, and it makes this thing stable enough you can stand up and fish out of it with 3 people in the canoe, 3 or 4. It's great. Now I don't have the stabilizer on here today because it's just me, and obviously I loaded this thing down. I am out here all day. I was going to be hunting pretty much all morning, fishing for the beginning of the afternoon until I have to go get the kids, and that's that. But anyways, just wanted to give you a little showing of my setup. I love it. It's great for me. That's exactly what I needed. And it's not that bad of a price to get out on the water. And this is Clarksville Lake, and I just covered the big water out there with this thing and with that trolling motor. And man, we were hopping waves with it. So now it's getting pretty smooth. The wind died down, and all the choppiness is left, so it should be a smooth ride back in. But I'm gonna go cruise around, maybe get a little fishing in, because I don't think I'm gonna shoot anything today, but we'll see. You never know. It's beautiful out here. Can't imagine doing anything else today. Way too long since I've been out in the wilderness. Whether it be on the lake or in the woods or hunting, fishing, just peace. Peace and quiet. Just the sound of nature. So, anyways. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to talk about. You know, the prices, what I got all this stuff for. I look for sales and deals and bargains. And I don't buy anything unless it's for a sale, a deal, or a bargain. You know, I won't do it. Now, decoys I already covered. Water bottles, I'm not going to go over that. The tackle box right there is a 767 guide series. Woo! And I just popped that handle right out of there, didn't I? But it's designed to do that. If you look at that, it's designed to come out right there. Anyways, 767 Plano guide series. Got that for a gift, so can't really count that in the price, but you can get those at Academy Sports. This net, this Frabill net, I got that thing for 15 bucks at Walmart. Wouldn't you know Cabela's was selling the same net, the same size, at the same time for 65 bucks? I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I snagged that at Walmart. No questions asked there. Alright, here's my anchor. I just got, I think that's actually a 10-pound anchor, a sand anchor. That'll hold me in place wherever I want to go. That is a 25-foot rope. Now, it's got a little carabiner right here, and the way I work this is I have it attached. I've got this, you know, loop tied around in the middle of the rope, or actually at the end of the rope, and I loop it over, clip it, and then that does just fine. Now, I'll drop my anchor until it hits bottom, and then I'll tie another loop at the top after it's hit, and then I'll clip it in. So I'm not sitting there drifting all over the place. It'll hold me right where I want to be, and it works quite nicely. We talked about the floor mats. The floats that I got right there, the little seat floats, you can get those anywhere, but those actually came with the boat. That paddle, my backup paddle, yeah, that came with the boat. Now my wife picked up this Ozark Trail kayak paddle that I wanted for Christmas as well. Yeah, that was sitting by the tree. That was on clearance for $5 at Walmart. $5 for a kayak paddle. And that thing is sturdy. It's great. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't do anything. It is sturdy. It is solid. And it paddles this thing great. I like it. Got my sponge there. Yeah, that costs you like $1 or $2. PVC pipe ran me maybe 10 bucks for the pipes, the glue to hold it together. I've got it to where this is 2 pieces. The main frame here that you see, that's 1 piece, and then this back angled piece comes out, so I can pack it down in the car real easy, and it just lays flat. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and my boots, gotta love my boots. These are actual Magellan steel toes, so they probably the best 20 bucks that I spent in a while. You know, I'm sitting here standing in the water with my feet absolutely dry. No issues there whatsoever. Now down here, I got my Father's Day present from about a year and a half, 2 years ago. That is that holster grips really well. That's a Smith & Wesson 686 Deluxe 357 Magnum, the tallow edition. Yeah, sets down again. But that, the reason I'm not wearing that is just in case the canoe did tip. I don't want any extra weight pulling me down, but it'll be clipped to the boat. There's a retention strap on that leather holster, so I don't have to worry about losing the gun, and that is strapped to the boat. And then these are my Impact Sport by Howard Light, or it's Howard Light by Honeywell, Impact Sports. Those I actually got a 2-for-1 deal by accident. Ordered them from Walmart for a deal. I don't remember how much. You could look it up yourself. But ordered it from Walmart. The order got lost, got sent to the wrong house. Called up Walmart and said, hey, my order didn't arrive. Tracking said it's already here, and I haven't seen it. So they sent me a new pair. Got to the house, and then after that, my neighbor got home from vacation, came over and said, hey, I got your package. So then I had 2 pairs. I tried to do the right thing, called Walmart up, let them know, hey, you know, my neighbor had it, he brought it back over. They said, don't worry about it, just keep it. So I didn't have to pay anything else for it, and they replaced it. So awesome on customer service, above and beyond, I think, personally. But yeah, good deal. But that's about it. I'm just rambling at this point. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this setup. You don't really see a lot of stuff on Michi-Craft canoes, or aluminum canoes for that matter. Nobody's making many videos on them, but that's my setup. It works for me. May or may not give you some ideas on what to do for yours, or how you can go about using yours. You know, whatever. This was just for the pure fun of it. Hope you enjoyed. God bless.